Hey everyone, I'm Mary Beth McAndrews from Dread Central, and I'm here today with Brenna Coates, one of the stars of the new film Neon Lights. How are you?
I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, my first question for you is pretty simple, but what drew you to this project?
I was telling someone this too. It's like we shot this movie almost 2 years ago. So to try to go back and remember that first time reading that script, I do think I was laying like right over there though when I read it. The script. I mean, the script was phenomenal. Dana Abraham, who stars in the movie, produced the movie, wrote the movie, wrote a really exhilarating, on the edge of your seat, brave, upsetting movie. And my part was a part that I've never been given the opportunity to play. Someone so centered and someone so calm and someone so healing. And the third one, I would say, yeah, to work with my dad. That was
That was,
intriguing.
what was that like to work with you? I didn't have a ton of scenes together, but like, what was that like to work with your
Exactly.
dad? Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of the best case scenario because we didn't have a ton of scenes together, right? Like he was over there, I was over there. So that was kind of perfect. It was like, Dad, let me do my thing. But to see him, grabbing a snack, or to have some of our scenes be together, to be able to come home at the end of shooting and talk about how our day was, was really fun. Like I just remember us laughing a lot, so it was fun.
I bet that's the best like I hear in horror sets is everyone laughs the whole time. Like it's a scary movie or like terrible things are happening, but everyone is just in a good mood, which I love that tension. And it sounds like the same experience for you with this movie.
Totally. Okay, maybe that's a thing because that was the vibe. It was
Yeah,
loving and it was funny. Yeah.
I know it's like, oh yeah, just like hitting someone with an axe, telling someone to do something terrible, and then we just all giggle afterward. Like it's incredible. Well, that's how you know you've got a good set of people too. And I mean, a lot of your scenes are almost only with Dana. So what was that like working with him? Because he's doing a lot of crazy emotional work. And like you said, you're a kind of grounding presence. So what was that like to work with each other? And like, did you guys work together off camera to rehearse? Anything like that?
We did. We were super lucky that we had, before shooting began, Dana Roosevelt and I, Roosevelt, the director, we met for Zoom rehearsals.
Okay.
That was wonderful because we could just, talk for as long as we wanted about our scenes. My job was so easy, Mary Beth. Dana is such an incredible actor, and we also get along, so well offset. He calls me his little sister, which I just like.
Oh,
I know, I love that.
oh my goodness.
I just had to be there with him. I just had to listen to what he was saying to me. I just had to care for him like a therapist would care for their client. I just had to care for him. So it was enjoyable for me. It was an enjoyable part. Yeah.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
do you like horror, psychological thriller movies? Are you a genre person?
I'm recently getting into them. I
Okay.
would say. I think as a little girl, petrified. I mean, like everything scared me. Like the world was like too much for me. And so scary movies, and I just couldn't freaking deal. Absolutely not. But like I would say maybe in the last like 3 years, I'm getting into horror movies. But I do like psychological thrillers. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than horror movies.
It's such a thin line too. I feel like between psychological
Yeah.
thriller and horror. But I guess I watch so many horror movies. I think perhaps my brain's a little bit broken about the difference between the two, and they all mix together. That's probably part of it in my.
Well, I see your scary things hanging up behind you.
Yeah, we got a
Like that. Oh,
wall of horror over here. Oh yeah, it's a horror loving household over here. But like, what movie kind of inspired, like maybe not inspired, but got you back into wanting to look at horror movies or watch horror movies? Like, was there a specific movie that got you kind of excited about the genre?
oh, that's such a good question. Okay, I'll tell you this. This was the most recent scary movie that I saw, but I swear to you, I almost cried. It was so scary. This movie came out forever ago. It's with Ethan Hawke. What is it called? Sinister? Is that a word?
Sinister. Oh,
I mean,
yes.
is that the title?
Oh, yes, that's
Is
the
it
title.
Sinister that I'm talking about?
Yes, it is.
That was messed up.
Oh, and that movie is really scary for everyone. Like, regardless of if you are a diehard horror fan or not, that movie is horrific. So it's okay.
Thank you. And then I think maybe it's like you survive it and you're just like, okay, bring on the next one. Like you just have to get through that first one. I did Sinister. What's up? What's next?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do you remember the first horror movie you ever saw?
Like Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf or something.
Oh my God. Okay, but like shout out to that movie though, because I loved that movie. That's not a bad movie.
Shout out. It scared me.
Exactly. It's a good one. So would you want to keep doing horror movies and maybe playing like more scary parts a little bit more different than the one you played in this one?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I was in I would say maybe my first movie I ever did was a horror thriller, and that came out like a year and a half ago. We filmed that a while ago, and I played kind of like a bad girl, and I enjoyed that. I'll do anything. I'll be in the scariest movie you want, or I'll be in a Christmas film, whatever. Like, let's go. Throw it at me. I'll do it. I'll do it all.
I love that. Well, Brenna, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today about Neon Lights. I really appreciate it. And everyone, neonlights.now. Thanks so much.
Thank you.